One of the toughest positions in FIFA and FCs in the past and in FC25 to work out who's the best, I find, is the goalkeeper. Now, it's no secret that goalkeepers have always been a little bit hit or miss, and sometimes you could absolutely love a goalkeeper and everyone else says they're awful, or it could be that you try this goalkeeper that everyone else says is amazing and they're terrible for you. But we all eventually find that keeper that does the job for us. One thing I will say in FC25, when I'm playing against goalkeepers, there seems to be certain goalkeepers I do actually struggle to score against, and there are certain goalkeepers that I'm using and I'm really enjoying using. So today I'm going to show you my top goalkeepers in FC25 that I have either used or played against, the ones that are the hardest to score against or the ones that will keep you the most clean sheets. So if you end up enjoying this, do leave a like on the video. It supports me, the video, and the channel out a whole bunch. But without further ado, let's start looking at these keepers. Now I'm going to start off with two icons. Now I've only used Casillas in a draft, and I've only come up against Casillas in a couple of games as well. And the other keeper that I'm going to show that is an icon is a keeper that I know a lot of pros and stuff are using. So I've included them on this list based on how good I know they're meant to be, based on what everyone else is doing. But for me personally, I've only used them once or twice. So full transparency, I don't want to be sat here saying, yeah, I use Casillas all the time and he's amazing. I used him in one draft and he was really, really good. And I've played against him a good amount of times and he is really, really good. Very, very good, but very, very expensive. Not going to be a cheap keeper option for you, but a solid goalkeeper. And the other icon is Yashin. I think we don't really need to say too much about that. He's often one of the best goalkeepers in the game. And I've literally played against him once. And he was insane. I think I scored one goal and I felt like it was a game where I feel like I should have scored 4 or 5, and he was just saving everything. Goals that normally I would be finding the back of the net with. So yeah, Yashin, absolute baller. But there's no real surprise there. But again, those two are sort of like special mentions. The rest of these cards are just gold cards. I don't think any of the heroes are very good. Tim Howard, I think personally, is the worst goalkeeper in the game. I got him in my starter hero thing, and he is god awful. Cannot stand him. Do not use him. But the first goalkeeper on my list, we've got 11 goalkeepers to go through, is Diogo Costa. Really surprisingly good. Obviously Portuguese. There's some really good Liga Portugal cards this year and some good Porto cards as well. So not crazy difficult to get on chem if you're willing to play just a little bit of a hybrid sort of situation. And I think there's a lot of Porto cards that are also very, very usable in certain Evos that make their cards look very good. And same with Liga Portugal cards in general. But probably the cheapest on this list. I think he's for sure the lowest rated. Actually, no, he's the second lowest rated. I tell a lie, but he is the cheapest on this list. And he's really good. He really, really is very, very good, very, very usable, and will do a job. He's not particularly short either. He's 6'4", which obviously is very nice for a keeper. But yeah, good keeper, good player. Option number 1. Option number 2, bit of a curveball. Inform Jack Butland. Now, this might seem kind of crazy. Played against him in a good couple of games recently while I was getting my Div Rival games finished for the week. I came up against him a good number of times, and he just made a plethora of really good saves. Now, it feels kind of cool to say Jack Butland, like, meta keeper again all of a sudden. For those who know, if you know, you know. Old school Jack Butland cards, yes please. But yeah, this Butland card is really, really suitable, really viable, sorry, and really, really usable. As a good starter keeper or like a keeper to chuck in there. Obviously going to cost you about 11,000 coins because he is an inform. But yeah, really solid card. Really, really very, very good. It's just the Scottish League being a little bit difficult to link to with other really solid cards. You could obviously get England in there and get plenty of English links, but you're probably going to have to settle for 2 chem unless you're willing to put another Rangers card. If we get like another special Rangers card down the line, then all of a sudden it becomes a little bit more possible and plausible to do. But yeah, that's the only downside I would say personally to the Butland card, is just getting links to him while keeping a relatively meta squad is going to be a little bit difficult. But player number 3 is actually Endler. Now, I know it may surprise you to see a women's keeper in this, because I would say out of all the positions on the pitch, the goalkeeper I think is where a lot of the women cards fall short, and that is because they are short. But 6 foot, not the end of the world. It is a shorter side of things for keepers, but she's actually really, really solid. She's so good. Great reflexes, and her positioning is phenomenal as well. Sorry, she really does make a lot of very, very good saves. The only thing that I found her a little bit suspect on in particular are set pieces. I feel like she's quite easy to score free kicks against, and doesn't have a great command of the box. If you play corners a little bit wider, a little bit further nearer that penalty spot. If they bring the keeper out of touch, she doesn't tend to get to it. But those are the only real flaws I've had coming up against her. She actually is quite a decent little keeper. So do recommend checking her card out if you want to get links to, like your Dianis or those kind of cards. Some of the very, very good usable cards in the women's French league. But then going on to the Bundesliga, and we've got Kobel. Really solid option. I would say he's probably the best option in the Bundesliga. There are some other okay keepers in there, but I would say Kobel is the number one choice from the Bundesliga. Very, very good. Very, very usable. Obviously, pretty easy links with the league and with Dortmund. Swiss, a little bit more difficult. But yeah, Dortmund and then Bundesliga. Two very, very good, very, very viable options for you. Like I said, I think he's the best option in the Bundesliga. But if you need a second choice keeper for the Bundesliga or someone a bit different, you have got Neuer. I would say even easier to link. Obviously, German Bundesliga and Bayern Munich, three very easy ways to get chemistry. Bayern Munich, again, like every year, some phenomenal cards. And Neuer is very, very good. His distribution is phenomenal. That is a real, real good thing. If you're somebody who likes to play on the counter, or if you, again, like from a set piece, from a corner or something, you get that ball, really easy to get a good counter attack on there. If you've got yourself a target forward or someone who's rapid to be able to run through and get in behind the back line, Neuer will get you a handful of assists as well. Yeah, good keeper. I would say Kobel's the better out of the two, but he is still very, very good, Neuer, with some specific things that he does slightly better. Going off to La Liga now, Courtois has got to be right up there. Such a good card this year. He's so annoying to play against. 6'7", and he is a massive. Like, it's very evident that he is a big, big boy. I think chipping him is almost impossible. He's just such a big keeper, and often with big keepers, playing those shots low are what a lot of people suggest, especially like in real life. Like they say, it's going to take him longer to get down there, aim for those bottom corners. In an FC sense, it doesn't really play out like that, I don't find. I would say for Courtois is just super usable. Such a good keeper, such a good card this year. And again, Real Madrid, like every year, have some phenomenal cards. I've got like 4 or 5 Real Madrid cards in my team. They've got some just amazing cards as per usual. And Courtois is a really good choice. Really good keeper, and very good. I would say he is slightly better than ter Stegen, but ter Stegen is still, again, very usable. Again, distribution on ter Stegen is pretty solid as well. He does play some really nice passing and can really set you up for some good attacking opportunities. If you're going to go for one out of the two, I would say Courtois personally, but I would still say ter Stegen is in that like top 10, top 11 keepers in the game personally. I really do think he is still very usable. And very much worth your time if you've got yourself like an informed Yamal or Lewandowski, who's very good this year, or even linked to that informed Pajor. She is phenomenally good. Obviously, you've got the Barcelona links. There is a little bit of chemistry there as well. So really good option, really good for links, and again, very good at stopping goals. Next league. It is the Premier League, and there's quite a few good Premier League options, but Martinez for me makes it into that top little chunk. I've only picked 3 from the Prem. There were a couple of cards that were very close, possibly beating out the likes of maybe the Butland or maybe like Costa. So a couple of honorable mentions would be the Raya. Raya's a really good option. And that free World Tour Sanchez, he's pretty solid as well, but I would say they'd just miss out on that top 10. But Martinez, really solid keeper. He plays like he is 6'7", like Courtois. He always seems really big. I mean, 6'5" is still massive, mate. But yeah, really solid option, really good keeper. I think his reflexes feel quicker than or better than 86. I feel like he is very quick reflexes, and if you shoot from range, I feel like he's particularly good at stopping that. I think he's very good against long shots personally. That's one thing that I do find him to be particularly effective against. But yeah, Martinez, solid keeper. Not a card I've used, but a card I come up against quite often, and I think it's quite evident that a lot of people choose to run Martinez. He seems like that sort of slightly cheaper than other options while still being very good. But now we're going to go into the top 3 keepers in the game, goalkeepers I should add, and we'll start off with Edison. Edison for me is phenomenal. He is just such a pain to play against. 6'2", sorry. So not on the taller side of things, but again, I'm not even 6'2". But yeah, he's a shortish for a male keeper, but you wouldn't know it. He really is very good. It's also worth noting, he's got some pretty decent little play styles. He's actually got some. He's got playstyle plus on long ball and outfield. playstyle. Whereas obviously some of the other guys, you know, they had like the 1v1 close downs. I think Stegen's got like footwork. It's really interesting for me that he's got that passing one. It's just like I think Neuer has the pinged pass if memory serves. But yeah, Edison is so good. Again, great distribution, really good reflexes, really good just in general at shot stopping, which is the main thing you want from your keeper. He is just so usable, and I think links wise, again, Brazil, Prem, and Man City, easy chemistry options for you because there are plenty of players that link to all three of those handedly. But yeah, top three keepers for me. I think Edison is phenomenal. Second choice, and the keeper that I actually use in game, and you might be like, why are you using the second choice best keeper in your opinion, not the first? He fits me for chemistry, and I packed him. It's Alisson. He is so good, boys. He is so good. He has also got the playstyle plus on him for the deflector, which is basically when shots come at him and he can't catch it, the ball is palmed away really far. That's actually massive. It's very helpful at times, because very few times do I concede like rebounded goals when Alisson has made a save. And rebound goals are infamously a nightmare and no one likes it, and they happen quite a lot. Alisson is really good at stopping that kind of thing from happening. He gets that save and the ball is pushed far wide. Or there's a lot of times where he'll save it and the ball goes really high up, and it's plenty of time to him to get up and catch it, or get up and punch it the right way. If you've seen my TikTok with Howard, you'll know why I'm saying the right way. But Alisson is phenomenal. Really good. Again, super easy chemistry options with Brazil and Prem like Edison, but with Liverpool, again, plenty of very good Liverpool card options. And yeah, I think he is just absolutely incredible. And I'm really happy that I packed him. I've used him, 46 times now, and I love him. For now, I've got no reason to change him. But the best keeper in the game for me, it's a league we haven't gone to yet, and it's a league that I've got no players from my club. Otherwise, I would be getting Mainan in my team every single day of the week. He is phenomenal. Has as well the deflector playstyle plus. So again, just like I was saying with Alisson, gets that ball clear when he's getting his hand to it. But man, honestly, this guy is just unreal. He is so good. Finesse shots feel nowhere near as effective against him. He just seems to get to finesse shots. You know, his stats are, I think, worse or equal to Alisson in every single position apart from speed. And yeah, it just feels like he's this next bracket of goalkeeper. He really does just feel head and shoulders above everyone else, in my opinion. He is so good. I highly recommend using the card if you can. If you can get him on any form of chemistry, then it's worthwhile, because he's a very good shot stopper. French, again, plenty of great options. Serie A, there's some very good options in the Serie A this year. And AC Milan, also some really good cards. Like, there's some really good outfield options for AC Milan to get you that extra bit of chemistry if you need it. So that is my list of the best goalkeepers in the game. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any keepers you think I've missed out on, any keepers that you've personally had great experience with, or keepers that you would say are absolute no-goes. Like I said, for me, Tim Howard, worst keeper in the game, absolutely diabolical. But that is it for this video. If you guys have enjoyed it, please leave a like. Supports me, the video, the channel out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit the sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. If you're new, hit the check out the links in the description as well. Make sure you go check all of those things out. It's links to our other socials, links to our channel sponsors, all of that good stuff. But for now, guys, thank you for watching. I've been Tom, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you very soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands. Take care.